Hello, YouTubers. It is late morning, Tuesday, the 24th of September. I'm beat and tired, and I was trying to get out of making another video because I was like, I'm done for the morning, night, whatever. And lo and behold, before I could even get off the internet, something just had me go back in for the updates for the Stephen Avery case. And lo and behold, there was another story there that was put out at like 12:47 early Tuesday morning, and it's like after 1 now, like 1:15 in the morning. And so I had to bring this update since I just uploaded a video of Making of a Murderer, and I just thought that was so weird that lo and behold, here is a story like basically it was running at the time I was making a video, I guess. I mean, it's some really sick irony, but the story goes like this, and then I'll be out of here. Making of a Murder aired on Netflix, I believe, in 2016. I just finished watching the series, 20-part series last week. I just uploaded a video about that storyline with Stephen Avery and his nephew, Brendan Dassey. Well, lo and behold, at 12:47 a.m., someone from an inmate from the Wisconsin Correctional Facility in Wisconsin, some prison, they're not giving a name of the person, has confessed to killing Teresa Halbach. If it's true, I don't know. The information came to Zellner, Stephen's attorney, last Saturday. The letter was mailed to her law firm, and she didn't respond right away. So then the letter went to the production company of a new series that is being filmed as we speak. It's called The Convicting of a Murderer. It is not affiliated with Making of a Murderer. This version will be the prosecution side of the story and their version of what transpired in working on the case. So let me make that clear. A new series is being filmed as we speak. I can't remember how many parts it said, but it is not affiliated with Making of a Murderer that aired on Netflix. And so when the person mailed the letter to Zellner, her law firm, and they didn't get a quick response, they mailed the letter also to the production company that's filming Convicting of a Murderer. So then those people, I guess, let it be known to the public that someone mailed them a letter. They are, I guess, going to be in pursuit now of trying to notify that person to get the information about their alleged confession of this crime of Miss Halbach. And then naturally the authorities will, I guess, pursue and see what truth there is to the confession. And Miss Zellner, her law firm, is also seeking to get investigators to investigate this person, who they are, and their confession. But like she said, she cannot go forward with this allegation unless it is corroborated. So that's where Stephen Avery's attorney is, as far as the person who mailed the letter and making the claim that they killed Miss Halbach. I tell you this, like I had just sent a video up on YouTube this morning. It is a riveting tale, The Making of a Murderer, on Netflix. I was baffled by the information and the storyline itself, the people that were involved, the people that were accused, and lo and behold, here is now someone claiming to have committed the crime. So now it's going to be a matter of that being investigated, and if there's any truth or validity to this confession. And I tell you, once you watch the documentary Making of a Murderer, which I hope you do, this right here is, you're going to be like, huh, another confession? Because that's what got the ball crunk in the last in this case in the first place. And I really don't want to reveal anything because, like I said, it would spoil the outcome of you watching it and coming to your own conclusion about the case itself. But when you watch Making of a Murderer and then you watch this video and go in and Google and get information about this new confession of someone who is claiming to have killed her, you're going to be like, wow, this is some wild stuff. This is some wild stuff. I don't know if this is another ruse, if this is some nut job admitting that he killed the girl. I don't know. I just think it's odd that I just uploaded a video about the series itself to only learn that another series is being made about the case, which will be the prosecution's take on the case. No affiliation of Making of a Murderer. And then also I see the storyline of someone making a confession to have killed the young lady. And this person is also in the correctional system as an inmate, as a convicted murderer, as we speak. So this should be a very interesting tale once they release the person's name. Now, Zellner, his attorney, Stephen Avery's attorney, has said that they know of this person by name who wrote this confession. And I'm really curious to who this could possibly be, because that means years ago when this crime was committed and they arrested Avery for it, this other person had to have been what? Free at the time to commit it, to say that he did it. So now what I'm wondering is, what's the time frame that this person got apprehended for somebody else's murder to where they're now, years later, confessing that they killed that girl? Mind-blowing, 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 honey. Every time you turn around, it's something, it's something, it's something. And also in the article that I read through Heavy, who, or I don't know if it's a online paper or whatever, but they're the ones who are reporting this story of the confession of this person, giving their version that someone through the correction system just gave a confession. They also were saying that misleading. Making of a Murder was misleading. Some people think that the version through Making of a Murder was misleading, that a lot of evidence was not revealed in the documentary, that they withheld it. So basically you're saying they purposely withheld information and evidence to favor Mr. Avery. I don't know if that is true or not. I did hear that in the documentary. I believe in Making of a Murderer that some people felt like, I guess the judicial system felt like the people who filmed the documentary didn't reveal that there was evidence that showed he committed the crime, such as, the evidence in her car and evidence related to him and the victim. So, like I said, follow through with the documentary. I'm going to keep doing updates and information on this new documentary that's coming out. It's called Convicting of a Murderer, and it's supposed to be released in 2020. So I will wait to see when that comes out and see who will carry that program, that series, and I'll just go from there. But I tell you, I couldn't even get out this bed to go do what I was getting ready to go do when, boom, here is a confession. I don't know. But I tell you something that's odd and crazy, and I'm going to check out of here. Years ago in my 20s, it was during a winter storm that my aunt had told me. She was an elderly lady at the time. She had told me that I had the gift of discernment. Now, over the years, I have come to believe that I could feel things, I could sense things, I could have deja vu, a lot of deja vu scenarios. I just had one, I think it was yesterday or Saturday, that I was talking to some people, and it was like, I've been here before, I've had this conversation before, and I've had this for years. I even had it when I was younger, thinking about a person or thinking about something they did or was going to do, and the next time I see them, they did it. It's weird, and I have this often, these little deja vu moments. And I have to admit that this morning is one of them. To be uploading a video on YouTube about Stephen Avery and this case, to only Google more information about him for some weird reason, and a story literally was being released minutes beforehand. You have to admit that's odd. Because before I even got on to make the video of Making of a Murderer on here, I just was going through things on Google, and one of the stories was maybe the spring of this year that they had an update, because there was one in February and I think one in May. And how about I go back in and one comes up at 12:47 a.m. after I had already made the video, or probably while I was making the video. Because naturally, I have to go in, I listen to my video after I make it, then I upload it to YouTube. It takes a while for it to upload to YouTube, so it's not a 2-3 minute process. And I go back in my phone after making the video, and there is a report, I mean literally, coming out to the world, I guess while I was making the video. And that is some spooky stuff. I mean, that is some spooky, spooky stuff. Now, naturally, somebody could say, well, that's no big deal. They were already filming something about a part 2. Well, not a part 2, but another version from the prosecution side that was going to be released anyway in 2020. They're already filming it as we speak. The guy just sent the confession last week. So that was already in the making. But what's baffling to me is the update of the storyline in the confession was being put out to the media as I was making this video about Making of a Murderer. I'm just talking about the timing was odd and a little bit eerie. Baby, baby, baby. Stay tuned. I'll bring you more updates on the Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey saga and whatever information I can get on the case. There's going to be more to this story anyway, since another production company is making a prosecution's take on the storyline, so it's going to be more to talk about anyway. So stay tuned. Thanks for listening. I gotta go get something to eat. I haven't even eaten my dinner, and this is crazy, and it's 1-something in the morning, almost 1:30. Yes, honey, this queen stays on it. I am on it, bringing you all types of madness, sheer madness, shenanigans, buffoonery, even in the AM. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.